So come to a seated face. I just read Betsy's post. A seated place. Cross your ankles. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms up to the sky. Good morning, Terry. And bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. And in yoga, we do something called Ujjayi breathing. And if you want to look that up, it's UJJAI. I believe that's the entire spelling. But if you start putting UJJ in, there's not many words that start like that. And Ujjayi breathing is a great way to stay present. It's a great way to warm the body. It's a great practice throughout your yoga. So when you're doing Ujjayi breathing, you sound a lot like Darth Vader because the breath is being constricted in the back of the throat. And I can't think of the muscle right now that is there. Glottis? Do I have that right? That might be totally wrong. But when you constrict that in the back of the throat, it gives that little breathy sound. So if you're not sure what it sounds like, you're going to take your hand in front of your face and you're going to pretend that you are fogging up a mirror. And you can feel that breath start in the back of the throat. And that's the sound you want to have. Trisha, good morning. When you're doing, hey, Katie, the Ujjayi breathing, Ujjayi, some people really use that double J, or maybe it's two I's at the end. I don't know. So anyway, so keep that breath fog feeling, and then close your mouth and see if you can still get that same sound in and out through the nose. So I'm going to get really close so you can hear me. It lengthens the breath and it also begins to warm you. Just keep trying that sound, breathing in and out through the nose. Luke, I am your father. Bad joke, I know. And with your focus on your breath, it brings you into the moment. And know that when you're in the moment, when you're in your breath, when you're in your body, stress and anxiety don't happen. Because that is what, good morning, Wendy, that is what is when you're focused on the future or on the past. Anxiety and stress is produced from that. But when you're in the moment doing things like Ujjayi breathing, you are right here, right now. And there's no need to think about those other parts, and there's no need for that stress. So just a few more rounds of Ujjayi breathing. Sitting up tall. Notice your body at all. Notice if there's anything going on while you're breathing in and out once you have that. And then see if you can come back to this breath as we move through class. So gently walk your hands forward and just get a little hip stretch. Place your hands on the mat. Just real gentle here, stretching out the back, the hips. And then as your belly is contracted here, can you find that Ujjayi breathing? It's much more challenging that way. Just walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Keep that right hip rooting back. And then walk through the center and walk your hands to the right, keeping that left hip rooted back. Come on back to center. Uncross your ankles, recross the other ankle on top, and just really quickly fold over. We'll get started in our sun salutations pretty quickly this morning. And then come on up. And if you have the playlist queued up, go ahead and hit that. I have the extra phone because I am using my phone to tape this. I'm going to try and start using my laptop so I can put the music in the background. But luckily I have Hannah. Come and find your way to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers on your mat. Shoulders are back behind your wrists. Your hips are high. Your heels are working towards down. And like Hannah's doing, go ahead and bend one knee and stretch the other heel back and down. That will help to stretch the backs of the legs, the backs of the hips. Hey there. And and notice your body. And then go ahead and find that Ujjayi breathing. I posted on Facebook last night, Nair, and it's today's date. And I just think it's called Flow. And then one more time each side. With that straightened leg, go ahead and shift into that hip. Yeah, there she goes. And the other side. Good. And then lift up onto your tiptoes. Lift your heels high. And then drop your heels to the right. And then stretch through those hips. Do you feel the side body stretching? Do you feel that whole hip and that whole leg stretching? See if you can lift both armpits up. Can you square your shoulders? Oh, there you go. Lift up onto your heels and then drop them in the other direction. Start with the heels, move up the legs, the hips, find the shoulders, lift the armpits, maybe square them up a little bit, see if that feels any different. And then come back through center with those heels and then reach them back down again. And know that in down dog, there are very few people who can have a full down dog, good morning, Rebecca, and still have their heels down. And a lot of times it feels a lot better to have those knees bent. So go ahead and do that as well. Just a little bit. Lift up onto your tiptoes, round your back, come forward to plank pose. Pull your hands towards your toes and your toes towards your hands isometrically. So you're starting to feel the lift of the underside of the body. And breathe. So Ujjayi breathing is really important in those challenging times. So as you pull the hands towards the toes and the toes towards the hands, feel that breath moving in and out through the nose. And notice that not only are you being warmed up from your body, but you're also being warmed up from your breath. I know we're holding plank a long time. Take another breath. And then go ahead, lower onto your bellies, knees, belly, chest. Roll your shoulders to the back of the body and see if you can't squeeze those shoulder blades together behind the heart, lifting the heart up a little bit. And as you go into Cobra throughout class today, keep your vision down, okay? So don't look forward, because once you use Hannah, go ahead and look forward. Look at her neck. Do you see how that just is way too much of a flexion in the back of her neck? So she's going to look down. She's going to press into her hands, roll her shoulders back, and your head is attached to your spine, so it's going to lift up when you lift that chest up. So no need to look up in this pose. It'll happen. Lower down. Press up to hands and knees. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Hey, Andy, take a deep breath in, and go ahead, open up your mouth this time and let it go. Lift up onto your tiptoes, round your back forward to plank pose, pull your hands to your toes to your hands, take a breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Lower down to your bellies, whether it's knees first or not. Roll your shoulders to the back of your body, lift your heart, breathe in for Cobra. If you want to lift your hands for a little added back body engagement, you can do that, and lower down. Press up to hands and knees or all the way back up to plank pose and then back to downward facing dog. Take another breath in. And a breath out. Lift up onto your tiptoes, round forward to plank pose. You try hard this morning. If you want to push up, now's the time to take it. At any time when you're doing vinyasa, you can take the push up. Lower all the way down to your bellies. Roll your shoulders to the back of your body. Breathe in. Lower down. Press up to plank pose or hands and knees. And if at any time you need a child's pose, please take it. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. This is always a great place to stay as well. So now we're going to do something fun, and it's a little challenging to understand, so bear with me for a minute. So I want you to lift your right foot off the ground. Now, when you lift your right foot off the ground, I want you to bring your toes forward, so you're flexing your foot, and try and keep your right leg in line with your left leg as much as you can. Yeah. So now you're going to bring that right leg forward with your toes lifted, so your heel comes down. Yeah. Then you're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So you're going to have to lift that left hip a little bit more. The foot is flexed. It's in line with the right foot. You're going to bring the left foot forward so the toes are lifted and the heel comes down first. And then you're going to walk forward like that. So shift over, lift that right leg, lift those toes, bring the heel forward first. Lift the toes on the left. So you're really feeling this in the back of the hamstrings or the hamstrings in the back of the leg. So, it's just a way to walk up to the front of that. Now, Hannah's super flexible, so her knees don't really bend until she gets to the front. But there's a point where your knees will have to start to bend. But still try to keep those toes lifted and those heels coming forward in order to find that stretch through the backs of the legs. Good morning, Lisa. A lot of people from my elementary school. It's strange and fun. Let your head relax. Let your head relax. And if you're watching later on today, welcome, 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 you sleepy heads. Let the head go. Maybe let the knees bend a little bit. You can sway your hips from side to side, shifting your weight from one foot to the other. Good. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in and bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in, look up, reach your arms to the sky. And exhale, hands come through heart center, fold all the way down. Lift up halfway, breathe in, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Just step back. Don't worry about jumping back yet. This is an opportunity for a push-up. Lower all the way down to your bellies. Maybe your knees come down first. Roll your shoulders back for Cobra. Breathe in and find your way back to downward facing dog. Breathe out. So we're going to do that funky walk to the front of the mat again. Did you guys all feel that in the hamstrings? It's strange. You're going to lift the toes. You're going to shift and lift that right leg. Bring the heel forward and plant the foot. And then shift the hips to the right. Lift the left leg. Let the toes lift. Bring the heel forward. Keep going side to side. It's a really great hamstring attention grabber. Good. Take another breath at the top of your mat. Good. Your music should be picking up a little bit. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Yes, please. Lisa, this will live on my on my Facebook page, so go ahead and watch this later. Inhale, look all the way up, breathe up, and exhale, fold all the way down. Lift up halfway when you get there. Step back or maybe float back. That's a little jump to chaturanga with the elbows bent. Lower down to your bellies with or without the push-up. Roll your shoulders back, breathe in, and find your way back to downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. So you can do that same walk to the front of the mat or bend your knees and step or float to the front of your mat. This is where it becomes more of yours. Breathe in, lift halfway up, use that Ujjayi breathing. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Lift halfway up, breathe in, step back or float back, jumping, push up, maybe right back to down dog, maybe a child's pose. So we're going to do this a few more times. Know that sun salutations. Start to jump to the front of your mat when you're ready or step. Hi, Melissa. Go ahead and do this a few more times. Sun salutations are fantastic at any time. So if you don't catch a class when you wake up, or you wake up at an odd time, or you don't have your phone with you, get off to the side of your bed and start a few sun salutations. That's all it is. It's stepping to the front of the mat. It's reaching all the way up to the sky. It's folding down. It's plank pose. It's cobra pose. And it's down dog. And what you're doing is good morning, is you are warming up all parts of your body. And if you're using that Ujjayi breathing, you're really able to start to connect your body and your brain and your breath all together. And it's just a great way to wake up. So one more on your own. I will stop talking. Maybe you turn that music up a little bit. You're fine here. Don't turn the music up. And listen to your own Ujjayi breathing. In and out through the nose, constricting the back of the throat, a little bit like Darth Vader. Go ahead, one more time, Han. And then when you're done with this one, you're going to step to the front of the mat or jump to the front of the mat. Charles, good morning. And you're going to find chair pose. So after Hannah jumps back to down dog, we're all going to meet in the front of our mat. And I'll join you because misery loves company. So the toes are light in chair pose. The heels are heavy. The hips are heavy. The belly is light and the shoulders are back. So sit back, lift your chest, find Ujjayi breathing. Now, I think this is really challenging. If you want to bring those arms up, great. But if it starts to constrict anything in the upper body, don't do it. I want you to sit back through the heels. Keep the toes light. Sit back a little bit deeper. I can see you, so sit back a little bit deeper. Hannah hates when people say that because I can't see you. But if you get a chance to do a selfie with how deep you're sitting, send it to me. Post it. We want to sit back as deeply as we can. Can you get your thighs parallel with the mat? Lift your belly, engage your core. Sit back a little bit deeper. Take a selfie really quick. Take a selfie of yourself in chair pose. Take another breath. Lower all the way down. Come on to your backs and bring your hands behind your head. Your knees are bent. Your shoulders are back. I want you to pull your knees in towards your chest, lifting your shoulder blades off the ground, and then just tap your toes down and relax a little bit of your core. Come back in, squeeze it nice and tight, and then tap again. We're gonna do 8 more of these. Tap, 7, tap, 6, tap, 5, tap, 4, squeeze tight, 3, are you still Ujjayi breathing? 2, and 1. Hold it, squeeze it tight, can you pulse? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees to the left, your gaze to the right. I'm being so nice to you guys with core pose, with core work. Come through center and over to the right. You may see core a little bit later. Good, come back to the center. Do you remember the rock and roll that we were working on the last couple of weeks? We're gonna rock and roll, and you're gonna use the momentum of the rock and roll to see if you can come to standing or chair pose again. So the key is use the momentum of rocking back to reach forward and really root onto those feet. If you need your hands, go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna show you, Hannah's already done it, so she's like, Mom, I'm here. Rocking, rooting, reaching. Do it again. Rocking, rooting, reaching. Last time. Rocking, rooting, reaching, chair pose. All the way to stand. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift halfway up, breathe in, and find your way back to downward facing dog. Where? We don't even have any Kleenex down here. Run up and get Kleenex, Han. I'll get it. Sorry, bug alert. Right here in down dog, find your Ujjayi breathing. Help to settle you down as well. As it warms you up in the beginning of practice, it can also help to settle you down. Few more breaths in and out through the nose. 47 Kleenexes. Okay. 2 more breaths. Down, down. Okay. She loves bugs as much as I do. All right. Lift your right leg into the air. Bend your right knee. Now open up your hip to the right. So you're really feeling the right side of the body stretching. Now flex your toes. Keep your shoulders square. Take another breath here. Pull the right knee into your nose. Squeeze that belly nice and tight. Lift that knee a little bit higher. Can you round your back a little bit more? And then straight back to a 3-legged dog. So this time the hips are square to the mat. Pull the knee back into the nose. Round the back. Good. One more time. Straight leg back. Pull the knee into the nose. Now lift it so high and so far forward, it's easy to step the foot between the hands and come all the way up, Crescent Lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Sink the hips. Lift the chest. Relax the shoulders down. Be heavy in your feet as you exhale. Can you find your Ujjayi breathing in and out through the nose? One more breath. Now with your next inhale, look up, lift your chest, maybe lean back a bit, and then hands come down to either side of your foot. You can go to a 3-legged plank and lower down, or just step back through vinyasa, or skip all of that and go to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths in down dog. Give me a little wave if you're still here. There's a lot of you still here. There's a lot of this community who's here to support one another, who's here because we need this community. So make sure you check in on these posts and maybe share a selfie a little bit later. Tag me in it. Tag Balance Webster in it. Thank you guys. I love you all. Woohoo! All right, here we go. You ready? Left leg lifted all the way up. We're going to bend the knee and open up that left hip. So spread the toes and flex the feet. And then square up your shoulders because that probably just made you a little wonky. Good. All right, pull the left knee into the chest. Bring your shoulders over the wrist. Good. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Nancy. I love you guys. Straight back with that leg. Square those hips. Keep the foot flexed. 3-legged dog. Pull the knee back into the nose. Practicing getting that knee high and forward. 3-legged dog all the way back. Taylor, good morning. You can watch this later or jump in with us right now. We're just getting started. Pull the left knee into the nose. Squeeze it in. One last time. Straight leg all the way back. 3-legged dog. Hannah's going, that's one too many. Pull the knee into the nose. Lift it high. Lift it forward. Step it forward. Inhale. Crescent lunge. So the difference between crescent lunge and warrior one is your back heel is lifted in crescent lunge. In warrior one, your back heel is down. You see how I opened up to the side? That's because my heel went down. That's why I like Crescent Lunge a lot more, because you can keep your hips square. So sinking the hips down, finding Ujjayi breathing, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the heart up, breathing. Your next inhale, you're going to look up, maybe lean back a bit, and then hands down, vinyasa. So of course we're going to add on to that. Lift the right leg to the sky. Good morning, Sandra. Pull the right knee into the chest. Bring it over to your right shoulder, high. Good, pull it back into the chest. Bring it over to the left shoulder, high. Now extend that right leg to the left and reach the left arm up to the sky. So you're on the entire back foot and you're on the pinky toe side of the right foot. Your right arm is down, your chest is lifted, maybe you're back bending a little bit. Look up to that left hand, breathe in. Place the left hand down, pull the right knee back into your chest and step it forward, Crescent Lunge. Inhale all the way up. Relax the shoulders down. One more breath, look up. Exhale, Warrior Two. So you're open up to the long side of the mat. The right knee is bent. The right knee is at a 90-degree angle. The left heel is down and you're gazing over the front fingertips. So it's a warrior, so it's super strong. So use that gaze and find that Ujjayi breathing. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Reach your arms up to the sky, straighten the right leg, gaze up, and then back to Warrior Two. Flip the right palm, reverse your warrior, straighten the right leg. Press into that right big toe mound and reach back with that right foot. Now reach forward with the right arm. Keep the right leg straight or slightly bent. Keep reaching forward. Now grab that block, that soup can, or your right shin. The block or the soup can goes outside of the right foot. So Dan, are those big soup cans still in your living room? Little bend in that right knee if you're hypermobile. That just means you hyperextend your knee. Now lift the right side of the body a little bit. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the feet towards one another and give your belly a little lift. Take another breath here. Bend your right knee. Walk your right hand in front of your right foot with or without the block and lift the back leg for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So this may feel really tight in your hips, and that's okay. We're going to have another opportunity to do this. So put a little bend in your standing leg, your right leg. Put a little bend in that knee. See if you can't lift that left hip up a little bit higher. So that's if your joints are ever tight, your hips or your shoulders, bend the other joint, the elbow or the knee, to get into that a little bit more. Now, can you lean back through your shoulders? Let your head be an extension of the spine. Gaze up to that left hand for just a second. Forward fold at the front of the mat. Left foot meets the right. Walk your feet a little bit wider. Grab the opposite elbow and just hang there. Good. And then sway a little bit side to side. As you sway to the left, lift the right armpit and elbow. As you sway to the right, lift the left armpit and elbow. One more breath. Find that Ujjayi breathing. All right, release the hands down. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Walk those feet back together when the hands reach up to the sky. And then forward fold, exhale. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Vinyasa, let it go. Left leg to the sky. Get there when you get there. Pull the knee into the nose. Bring your shoulders over the wrist. Bring the left knee to the left shoulder. Lift it up high. Squeeze that left side of the body. Pull the knee back into the nose and swing it over to your right side body. Extend the left leg between that right hand and that right leg. Lift the right arm to the sky. The pinky toe side of the left foot is rooting down, and that entire back foot is on its side and also rooting down. As you root down, can you lift up a little bit more? Maybe open up the chest, lean back a little bit. Good. Place the left hand down. Pull the left knee in. Squeeze it nice and tight and step it forward. Crescent lunge. Inhale all the way up. Settle for a breath. Exhale. Inhale, Warrior Two, and settle there. So find the 90-degree angle in that left leg and maybe get that thigh bone down a little bit heavier. Your whole body is open to the long side of the mat and your gaze is over that left fingertip. Remember, you're a warrior. Feel that. Ujjayi breathing. Gaze forward. One more breath. Your next inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach the arms up to the sky. Gaze up. Back to Warrior Two. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten the left leg. Push into that left big toe mound. Lean back a little bit further. Take a big breath in. And then take that left arm forward. Reach forward. That left knee can be slightly bent. That may help. Place the left hand down on your shin, on a block, or Dan on that soup can. Whatever we can to raise up the floor to meet our hands. Some of us are tighter than others and really need those supports of blocks or soup cans or dogs or whatever you have. Gaze up to that right hand. All right, bend the left knee. Walk that left hand forward and find your way into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So find that left big toe mound and then feel the engagement of that quad up to that hip. So again, that left knee can be slightly bent and that hand can still be on a block. Opening up the chest, gazing up forward, flexing the back foot as well. That one that's in the air, the more you flex the foot, the more engaged that whole body's going to be. Take another breath. And then fold down, right foot meets the left, walk the feet wide, grab the opposite elbow and sway a little bit side to side. Whoever gave me that thumbs up, thank you. Maybe that was Dan, I don't know. Good, head is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, body is swaying. We're gonna take that whole sequence and we're gonna move with our breath this time. So release the hands, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to standing and your arms are high, you're going to walk those feet back together and fold all the way down. Lift up halfway and then step back or float back through vinyasa or right back to down dog. This is a great place for child's pose too if you need it. So go ahead and take a few breaths when you get back there, finding again that ujjayi breathing. So let the breath inspire this next sequence of poses. Same sequence of poses that we just did, but we're going to do it with a breath and we're not going to hold anything. So use your breath to inspire those movements. And if you're ready to go, you go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to talk you through it. You can close me right out if you need to. Right leg is in the air. Right knee is to the nose. Exhale. Inhale that right leg all the way back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right knee, right shoulder. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right knee, left shoulder. And exhale, fall in triangle. Reach that left arm up to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right knee to nose. Step it forward. Inhale the arms up to the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Look up using ujjayi breathing. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior, straighten that right leg. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Happy belated, I believe. And reach that right arm forward, triangle pose as you exhale. Inhale, settle into this pose. Exhale, stay in this pose. Inhale, bend the right knee, Ardha Chandrasana. Look up, look up, look up. Lift that right leg, that left leg, stand on that back wall. Lift that left shoulder and forward fold at the top of your mat. So know if you're just joining, you can join. You can always watch this later. It will live live on my page, and also Balance Webster's YouTube channel has all of our classes and all of my past classes. Come all the way up to standing as you breathe in, reach up. Exhale as you breathe out, fold down. Lift up halfway, breathe in. Vinyasa, let it go. If you do go to our YouTube channel and you like a class or you want to make some comments, please do that. Please give us 5 stars, especially mine. Just kidding. Lift the left leg to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe out. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, left knee, left shoulder. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left knee, right shoulder. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, fall in triangle. Exhale, left knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Inhale, the arms up to the sky, crescent lunge, ujjayi breathing. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg, look up. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the left palm as you inhale, straighten the left leg, and as you exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Bend your left knee, find half moon pose. Stay here for a breath. Get a little deeper. One more breath. forward fold at the front of your mat. So some of you may find that challenging. Some of you may be like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. So what you need to know about my classes and a lot of people's classes is that yoga is a practice, and we're constantly practicing in life, right? God, are we practicing patience and resilience right now? Same thing with yoga. So give yourself a lot of compassion and love in these practices, because this may be the first time you've moved like this. This may be the first time you've seen half moon pose. Do what you can. John, how are you? Good morning. And be happy with where you are. And that's just like Monday morning when we wake up and face this week. It's going to be the same practice of resilience and patience and compassion and love. You ready to do that one more time? Here we go. All the way up to standing. Breathe in. Find your breath. Breathe out. So if there's something else you want to do in this practice, breathe in, lift halfway up, or something you want to get rid of, vinyasa, let it go. Now's the time to do it, because we're going to do this one more time. So maybe you want to take an arm balance. Maybe you want to jump up, lift the right leg to the sky. Maybe you want to flip your dog right now. Exhale, knee to nose, and skip all of that. Inhale, right leg all the way back. Keep going, Hannah. Exhale, right knee to the shoulder. Exhale to the center. Inhale to the left shoulder and fall in triangle, left arm to the sky. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate that. Dana, good morning. Bring that left hand down. Pull that right knee back into the nose. Step it forward, crescent lunge. If you know it, just keep going. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that leg, gaze up. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten the left leg. Triangle, maybe no hand, maybe an extended triangle. Both arms are forward. It's totally up to you. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Maybe there's a variation, because guess what? We're going to hold this for 5 breaths, Ardha Chandrasana. So it's going to give you the opportunity to play with this, taking a variation like Hannah, grabbing that top foot. Maybe you're trying to get that bottom foot off the ground. Maybe you're just trying to nail this pose. This is the practice right here. You got 2 more breaths. Forward fold, let it go. Dana, catch this class later and you can get it from the beginning. All right, here you go. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale those arms up to the sky. I know you guys who are modding up, and I appreciate that. Fold all the way down. And some of you are living in child's pose. That's okay too. Breathe in, lift halfway up. Vinyasa, let it go. The important thing is not to go into your ego if you're doing all these things tremendously, and not to get into your pride and beating yourself up if you need to take a break. Lift the left leg to the sky. Up to you what you want to do with this pose. Maybe you stay right here to pull the knee into the nose. Maybe you're flipping it. 3-legged dog. Take your time if you flipped it. Left knee into the chest. Swing it over to the left. Pull the knee into the nose. Swing it over to the right, fall in triangle. Maybe it's a falling, floating triangle, and that left leg is lifted. Pull the knee into the nose, step it forward, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, look up, straighten that leg. Back to warrior two. Flip the left palm, start to straighten that left leg. Follow your breath. Maybe you're breathing slower, reach it forward, triangle pose. Maybe it's no hands and you're extending. What? Ardha Chandrasana. We're going to hold this and play with this. So bend a knee. Practice pressing into your entire standing foot. Practice looking up. That's hard. Yes, I know Alexia, who's going to watch later. Looking up is hard. You've got 3 more breaths. Maybe you try and get those fingertips off the mat. Forward fold, let it go. Good job, you guys. No matter what you did, good job for just showing up, man. A few more breaths. All right, come all the way to standing. Reach your arms up to the sky and fold all the way down. Let it go. Lift halfway up. Breathe it in. Vinyasa. Let it go. Hi, Liana. I believe that's Lily. Hey, Katie. So at any time you guys want to check out this class, please do so. Those of you just popping in. What was I going to have you do? I can't remember. No, that wasn't what I meant. Anyway, doesn't matter. Lift the right leg to the sky. Are there mimosas after? Absolutely. Pull the knee into the nose. Step it forward between the hands. Stay in the low lunge right here. So keep that back leg lifted and that right knee bent. Reach the right arm up to the sky so you're twisting here. Good. Is your left leg still lifted or did it drop when you started twisting? That would be totally okay. Katie, that's okay. You can check this out later. Good. Take another breath. All right, listen up. You're going to step that right foot all the way back to a side plank or halfway back to a modified side plank. Lift those hips up a little bit higher. We're going to have some fun with this. And fun means when you fall, Brit, it's okay. Lift the top leg up. Bend the knee. And you're going to drop that foot behind you so you flipped your side plank. So now you're looking up to the sky. All right, guess what? Drop your butt to the floor and you're facing the back of the room to Navasana. So you're maybe off your mat a little bit. Let that go. You're in Navasana. Now lower down to Ardha Navasana. That just means the low back's on the mat. Come on back up to Navasana. Lower down to Ardha Navasana. Come on back to Navasana. You got one more. Lower down to Ardha Navasana. Come on back. Remember the rock and roll? You're going to rock and roll. Rock and roll all the way to downward facing dog. So maybe that's a crawling rock and roll. Shelby, how are you? Did your mom tell you I'm on? Good. Find your way back to downward facing dog. You're facing the back of your mat. Oh, what? You're facing the back of your mat in downward facing dog. And find your way onto your mat. Facing the back of the mat. I know. You're facing a weird place. This is life. Stuff's going to get thrown at you. How you dealing with it? Hi, Sean Ann. Welcome, welcome. Lift the left leg to the sky. Step it forward, low lunge. So that left knee is at a 90-degree angle. That right leg is lifted. You're in a low lunge. Now lift the left arm to the sky for a twist. And notice what happened to that right hip. Can you lift that right inner thigh a little bit more and bend the left knee? Take another breath here. Option to step that left foot all the way back on top of the right or halfway back. And then you'll all meet in Navasana. So don't worry about how you get there. Side plank, holding it here. If it's comfortable, you're going to lift that left leg. You're going to bend that left knee. Foot is behind you. It's going to step behind you. And you're going to find your way into a little back bend. And then you're going to find your way on your butt. Navasana. Now you're facing the front of the mat again. Woo! Life is good. Lower down Ardha Navasana. Just 4 of these. Come on up. 3 of these. Come on up. 2 of these. Come on up. Last one. Come on up. Grab your knees. Rock and roll and find your way back to downward facing dog. I hope you're laughing. All right, we're going to add on, but we're not going to do the Navasana again. So I hope that doesn't bother you. Lift the right leg to the sky. Pull the knee into the nose. Step the foot between the hands. Lift the right arm to the sky. Option to find side plank or stay right here. Inside plank, option to flip it. Otherwise, you're in that low lunge twist. Everyone, if you're in the side plank, you're going to lift the top leg. Listen up. Step the foot forward. Low lunge twist. Right back where we started. Good. Place the left hand down, low lunge. Lift the belly and chest. Reach the arms out in front of you and pull the hands to heart center. Pressing into that right foot, you're going to come all the way up to a standing balance. Just right into that standing balance. Reach the left leg back. Step it back. Low lunge. Actually, just let it be a lunge. Ooh, my hair is a mess this morning. So the belly is lifted. You're engaged to the core. Your hands are at heart center. We're shifting forward. Come all the way up to standing balance. And then all the way back. Low lunge. I'm thinking of you with this song, Lucinda. I don't know if you can hear it. One more time. This is all about the right leg, the right butt. I know you're feeling it. Come all the way up. And all the way back. Now we're going to find warrior one here. So that right knee is bent. That left heel comes down. So you're going to open up a little bit because that's just what it is. But try and pull that right side body back and that left side body forward. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Can you root the outside of that left foot, that back foot down a little bit and still pull that left hip forward? If it tweaks in your knee, lift the heel. Don't worry about it. If it tweaks in the hip, lift the heel. Don't worry about it. Shoulders are as square as you can get them. Bend the elbows out to the side. Lift the chest a little bit. Interlace those fingers behind your back, or just place your hands on the back. Now lift the heart up, breathe in. Humble warrior, let that head go. So still an engagement of the core, letting the head go down. Legs are strong. If you need to place those hands down, don't overthink it and just do it, okay? Slow your breath. But if you can keep humble warrior, please do. Last breath. Everyone place your hands inside of the right foot. You can drop the back knee or not. We're coming into gecko pose. So it's just a wide right leg. If you want to step it out a little bit, you can. If you want to come down to your forearms, you can. You can also use those soup cans or a block to bring the ground up to you. But this is about your hips, duh. Breathe. Can you find Ujjayi breathing? In those times of stress, can you come back to your breath? When you come back to your breath, you're going to come back to the present moment, and you're going to be able to really tune into what's going on in your body and mind. That's what presence and mindfulness is. So use the breath to help you with that. So this pose is really difficult for some people. What's going on? Can you take away that fight or flight response and just be in it? One more breath. Stay on your forearms. Step the right foot back, however you get there. Forearm plank. Forearm plank. Bring those toes together. Keep the shoulders square. Drop the heels to the left and drop your hips down to the right. I'm sorry. Yeah, to the right. Heels to the right, hips to the right. Come back up. Heels to the sky. Heels to the left. Hips to the left. Shoulders are square. Come on back to center. Heels right, hips right. So little hip dips back through center. And to the left. Back through center. To the right. Center. Left. One more time each side. Right and left. Sphinx pose. Forearms are down. Elbows are bent. Shoulders are back. Heart is melting. Breath comes back to you. Slow it down. It's all right. Everything's okay when you're coming to your breath. Lower all the way down. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Find Cobra, or maybe you're into up dog. Breathe in. Lower down. Push up or down dog. And then we'll all meet back in down dog for the other side. Find that breath. Ujjayi breathing. Here we go. Left leg to the sky. Pull the knee into the nose. Low lunge twist. Left arm is up. Stay here because we're all going to come back here. Or find side plank. Left foot meets the right. Could be in front. It could be halfway back. You're building strength if this is new for you. So try something you haven't tried before. Lift the top leg if you're flipping it. And then everyone lift the top leg. Step it forward. Low lunge twist. So I always give modifications, and if I don't, you can always ask. Okay, here we go. Drop the left hand, low lunge. Engage the core. Lift the belly and chest. Reach the arms forward, and then pull the hands to heart center. You're going to shift everything into the left leg and come all the way up to a standing balance. All the way back to that low lunge. Engage the core. 2 more times. Come all the way up. And all the way back. Are you breathing? Last time, all the way up, all the way back. Start to work that back heel down for warrior one. Arms are to the sky. So notice how different this feels, and that's why I don't do warrior one right away, because your hips are a little bit more open than they were before. So it's a little bit easier for this pose. So that back heel's reaching down. The pinky toe side of that right foot is rooting down. That means that inside of that leg is lifting up, okay? That should help as well. That outer right hip is coming forward. The left left hip is coming back a little bit. Look up, gaze up, breathe in. Bend the elbows out to the side, breathe out. Interlace the fingers, funky thumb on top. So whatever way you don't normally grasp, grab the other way. Roll the shoulders back, lift up, breathe in. Humble yourselves down inside of that left leg. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. So find your feet. That's what's going to help you. Find your core. 2 more breaths. Hands come down inside of the left foot. Oh, I really shortened that up, didn't I? Lift the back heel. That's the other part I forgot to tell you last time for gecko pose. So that left foot can be wide. You can come down on your forearms. That back knee can come down too. Where are you this morning? That's where you need to be. And then find that Ujjayi breathing in and out through the nose. Ujjayi. It is two I's. U-J-A-I-I-I-I-I-I-I-I. Two more breaths here. Hey, Michelle. Good morning. All right, forearm plank. Here we go. Left foot meets the right. Forearm plank. Okay, different one. Lift the right leg. Keep the core strong. Keep the hips squared. Just lift the right leg. Lower the right toes. Good morning, Karen. Lift the left leg. Shoulders over the wrist. Core is strong. There you go, hand. Lower the left leg. Lift the right toes. Lower the right toes. Lift the left toes. Lower the left toes. Right. So keep going, left and right. What's important here is nothing else changes except that lifted leg. Two more each side. Notice I'm doing these with you. And then Sphinx Pose. Thighs and hips are down. Forearms are down. Shoulders are back. Breathe. Good, two more breaths. Nick Mancuso. Elevate, dude. Lower all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Shoulders to the back body. Breathe in. Lower back down. Downward facing dog. You want to do that one more time? Thumbs up if you want to do that one more time. Nick. All right, here we go. We're doing it. Right leg lifts. Step the foot between the hands. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Stay here or find a side plank. Flip your plank. Lift the right leg. Julie, good morning. Pull the knee into your nose. Step it forward. Inhale all the way up, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you, Betsy. Lean right over that right leg. Press into that right foot. Come to a standing bounce. Extend the left leg forward long. Bend the knee. Come all the way back. Crescent Lunge, hands to heart center. Come all the way back up. This is it. This is the last time. Lift the knee. Extend the leg. And then all the way back. Left leg. Warrior one. Interlace the fingers. Lift the heart up. Breathe in. Good morning, Sally. And fold down. Humble warrior. Let the head go. You guys can always catch this later on my Facebook page or on Balance Webster's YouTube page. Place the hands down. Step back through vinyasa. Woo! Aren't you glad we missed some of those other things? Left leg to the sky. Go right into it. Don't think about it. Step the foot between the hands. Reach the left arm up. Breathe in. Side plank. Flip it or not. Lift the top leg. Step it forward. Low lunge twist. Hands to heart center all the way up to Crescent Lunge. Inhale. And then lean right over that left leg. Exhale. Shift forward into the left leg. Pull the right knee in. Good morning, Keith. I miss your face. Extend the left leg. Thank you, Hannah. Bend the left knee. Step it all the way back. Good. How are you, Keith? Come all the way forward again. Pull the right knee up. Extend the right leg. Bend the right knee. Step it all the way back. Find warrior one. Inhale. Bend the elbows, interlace the fingers. Humble warrior. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. 2 breaths. That's it. I'm glad you have real athletes working instead of Noah. Oh, place the hands down. He's going to die when he hears that. Vinyasa. He's still in bed. Vinyasa. He's working his butt off though, Nick. All right. Go ahead, find a child's pose. You guys deserve it. Find a child's pose. Nick, let's touch base later, all right? We will, Nick. All right, walk the hands back. Come to seated. Bring those feet hip distance apart. So this is a great hip stretch for people who are really tight in the hips. My husband was looking for something earlier this week in terms of stretching his hips, and I had him do this. So walk your feet a little bit wider, and where your hips are in relation to your heels and where your hands are in relationship to your hips is what is going to make this challenging or a little bit easier to deal with. Take the right foot, cross the right knee, right ankle over the left knee. So notice if you need to go more forward with that left leg, go ahead and do that. But if you want something more, you're going to bring that left foot forward, maybe the hip towards that heel, and the hands come forward. That's what's going to make it more challenging, the tighter you are here. Now flex your right foot. That will help protect your right knee and open up that right knee a little farther forward. So the other thing I love to do is to move a little bit in, good morning, Teresa. Move a little bit in this to just lubricate that joint. And then find that Ujjayi breathing and let the exhale inspire you to relax those hips a little bit. Good, one more breath. Okay. All right, so if you need to walk it out a little bit, hips, hands, to get out of it, go ahead and do that. Place the right foot down. Take the left foot to the right knee, and then adjust away or closer, up to you. Flex the left foot, open the left knee, and then move around a little bit. So when you flex the left foot, when you're in this precarious position and your hips and thighs and IT bands are tight, flexing the left foot will protect the knee because it engages the muscles around the knee. So if you ever have knee pain in these types of situations, back off first and then flex the foot and the muscles around that joint that's bothering you, because that's pretty much what an injury is. It's something's too tight and something's too loose. That's what creates injuries. So sometimes you need to engage that foot to protect the knee. You got one more breath. All right, walk it away, place the foot down, grab the shins, roll down one vertebrae at a time. When you get down onto your backs, just roll around on that sacrum a little bit. And then start to open up the knees, and you're either going to grab the backs of the thighs or the bottoms of the feet for Happy Baby. So in Happy Baby, those feet are parallel with the ceiling. So really flex those feet and then widen the thighs so that the knees are coming outside of the body and maybe towards the mat. And then I've never seen a static baby ever, except when they're sleeping. So go ahead and move a little bit side to side in this. So let that right thigh bone come down, and then let that left thigh bone go down. Maybe straighten a leg, maybe straighten both legs. But do what you need to do in these last final poses to allow you to open up and relax once we get to our final pose of Shavasana. Good, have a little bit more fun in Happy Baby. And then go ahead and give yourself a hug. Pull those knees into the chest again. This is how we're taking care of ourselves, is taking care of ourselves. Drop the knees to the left and open up the right shoulder. So these little hugs, I don't know if you saw my shirt, it said Hug Dealer. I've been really careful wearing that shirt around lately. So whether it's virtual hugs or it's hugs to yourselves, hugs are different nowadays. But you know, make sure you're taking care of yourself and reaching out to other people too. And keep an eye on Balance Webster, because we're going to start to do, good morning, Ron, watch this later. We're going to be doing some community things in the very near future to bring us together in different ways. Pull the knees through the chest and over to the right, looking to the left. So, because we need this, and I hope you're reaching out to family and friends during this time. Try not to be, we are isolated, but try to find more creative ways to connect with people. And we at Balance Webster are going to do that as well. Figure out ways how we can connect as a community. It's really important at this time. All right, pull the knees back into the chest. Place the feet on the mat. Give the shoulders a roll. Feet are hip distance apart. Bend your elbows and let your hands go up towards the sky. You're going to push into those upper arms and roll the shoulders to the back of the body. Shannon, good morning. You can watch this later, or I'll see you tomorrow. Pressing the feet into the mat. Roll the shoulders to the back of the body. Push into those upper arms and start to lift your hips away from the mat. So just a little baby back bend here. We're not going crazy. We're just opening up the front body. You can walk the feet in so they're underneath those knees. You can roll around on those upper arms and maybe shimmy them under a little bit more. Lift the chest up towards your chin, but lift the chin away from the chest, okay? That'll keep the back of the neck off the mat. If you want to interlace your fingers, you can, or reach for those ankles. I like to say the chin and the chest. The chest really wants to date the chin, but the chin wants nothing to do with the chest. So that's how you know what to do. So you want to lift the chest towards the chin, but then pull the chin away from the chest. That'll keep the back of the neck super healthy. Good, you got one more breath, breathing into the front of the body. If you're interlace those fingers, release them. And then from the top of the head all the way to the tailbone, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Walk the feet a little bit wider. Drop the knees to the left. So the right knee is towards the left ankle. And maybe take that left ankle on top of the right knee. Stay there. This is about the low back here. And then come back to center. So the feet are wide here. And then you're going to drop them to the right. So now that right ankle may come over the left knee. It doesn't have to. It's just for those tryhards. All right, come back to center and just windshield wiper those knees side to side. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. Tell Tom hello. Miss your faces. Good, back and forth. All right. Now, extend your right leg down onto the mat and your left leg down onto the mat. You can bring a hand to your belly, one hand to your chest, or arms outside of your body. Everyone, take a deep breath in through your nose. Take more air in. Take more air in. Hold that fullness. So you got a really big, full lung right now. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Then open up your mouth and slowly release it. Let it go. And let that melt you right into your mat. Breathing gently in and out through your nose. Good morning, Carol. Feel the heaviness of your body on the mat. Notice your heels, the backs of your calves, the backs of your legs, your spine, your shoulders. Feel their heaviness. Feel your arms, how they're resting, how they're relaxed. Feel the back of the head. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. In and out through your nose. Slow breathing. And just like life, we practice coming back into the present moment, and that means focusing on your breath, focusing on your body, and releasing any thoughts of the past or the future, and being right here, right now in your body and your breath. These are the most important times where the mind's not wandering. We're not worried about what we've accomplished or what we need to accomplish, but we know that in this moment we're perfect and there's nothing else to do but breathe. Taking care of yourself. You can stay here in Shavasana for as long as you want. When you're ready, take your time. You're going to sit up. You can stay in Shavasana and ignore the rest of what I'm going to say. Sometimes we need to be in Shavasana longer. Bring your hands to heart center. I thank you all so much for joining me. Please share this with others. Please check out our YouTube channel. Namaste. Take a moment to comment. Take a moment to share some posts that you took. Maybe take a selfie right now. Share it on your stories. Share it with me. I love you all. Namaste.